They expected you to plead. They expected you to bargain. They expected you to lower yourself just to keep the peace in a world they kept poisoning. But you didn't. And that is what haunts them most, the effortless way you walked away without trying to fix what they broke. They were prepared for a fight. They rehearsed arguments, excuses, guilt trips, tears, a whole performance ready to manipulate you. But you never showed up to the stage. You refused the invitation to their circus, and the absence of your reaction destroyed the entire script they had planned. They can't stand the fact that you valued yourself too much to entertain disrespect. You didn't negotiate your dignity. You didn't bargain with your self-respect. You didn't allow them to treat you like a discount version of yourself, and that shook every insecure bone in their body. Your silence was the negotiation. Your departure was the answer. Your lack of desperation was the verdict. And when they realized the door closed without a sound, that's when they finally understood the level of strength you carry in your bones. They always thought you'd fight for them. They thought you'd beg, plead, convince, compromise. They believed your love was a leash they could pull whenever they felt insecure. But you weren't the one on the leash, they were. And once you cut the rope, they lost the illusion of power. You didn't negotiate because your soul was too expensive for cheap people. You didn't argue because your peace was too precious to place on the table. You didn't explain because your value never needed their understanding. You simply left, and that was enough. They hate that you didn't struggle. They hate that you didn't break. They hate that you didn't give them the satisfaction of watching you emotionally bleed. Your silence denied them the drama they craved, and without chaos, they felt irrelevant. Nothing infuriates a manipulator more than someone who stops responding. Nothing crushes a narcissist more than a person who refuses to be controlled. Nothing terrifies a coward more than someone who chooses themselves over the relationship. Your worth wasn't just known, it was declared. They wanted to feel important by watching you chase them. Instead, they watched you evolve. You upgraded in ways they never imagined. You healed in silence, leveled up quietly, and re-emerged like a storm they can't predict anymore. They keep replaying everything, wondering how you slipped out of their grasp so easily. They don't understand how the same person who once cared so deeply now cares so little. But that's what happens when someone touches your limit. The switch flips, and the chapter ends. Your lack of negotiation wasn't coldness, it was wisdom. When people show you who they are, negotiation becomes unnecessary. You saw the truth clearly, and that clarity became your exit sign. They pushed, and you didn't push back.